Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Syndicate hard difficulty CEO rank video walkthrough. This is Milestone 5 and this is Escape from Los Angeles. So unfortunately this has nothing to do with Snake Plissken, but it's a pretty cool level. The only problem with it is this is possibly the hardest level to get the CEO rank on. I say that with a pinch of salt though, folks, because this is not like Devil May Cry. This is not that kind of hard. It's just, compared to the other levels, this one is definitely noticeably difficult to do it on. And the reason is, there's just not enough dudes to kill to boost your rank. There really isn't. And it forces you to play in an interesting way. And the most noticeable thing that I do differently to get the rank is, instead of picking the machine gun up, the minigun, sorry, up, and moving into the room and killing the dudes with it, I don't. I shoot them, I breach them, I try to get headshots, and I do it like that. And it actually pays off because I get the rank in the end, but yeah, I think this took me 4 tries to get this rank, because every single time I got that executive rank, and it pissed me off. But it's just a couple of little things that can help you get the rank. You'll notice I'm moving through this kind of quickly. I'm trying to rush to get more points in the time. I'm also trying to use as many abilities as I can. This is the area where you would normally pick up the minigun and then, you know, start causing havoc, but I don't do it. I leave it intentionally because I want to try and get headshots. I want to try and get as much stuff as I can in this room, and that's the best way to do it. But the guys have to cut through the door first, Aliens style, so it takes a while for this door to open. The only other level that compares to this one as being difficult to get the rank on is the boss that throws the missiles at you. And the reason that is hard to do is because you have to have a nearly perfect run against the boss. And I've had some really bad runs against that guy where he's took like 10 to 15 minutes to die. And for some reason on my recording run, because it took me 2 tries. The first try was really quick and I thought I'd done it, but I didn't. And then the one that you're going to be seeing, I killed the boss in like 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. And this is the same boss that when I first got to him, I was stuck on him for about an hour because I could not send the missiles back correctly, and he just kept killing me because the one-hit kills, they're really cheap. And I actually started to just evade them instead of try and fire them back, because I had a really good strategy of evading them, but it doesn't work, and it just makes the boss fight really long and really contrived. And aside from that, as long as you can kill that boss quickly, that level's not too bad to get CEO on. But this one, a little different. So, as soon as the door opens, a bunch of guys are going to be down here, so I would recommend trying to get as many perfect breaches as you can with your suicide and your backfire. Use your dart mode, get as many headshots as you can. Try and kill people in quick succession to get the rampage bonus. One thing that I could recommend is, if you come back to this level with mission select when you're fully upgraded and you've got the rampage reset timer so that it's super long, you could come back and do this level and you might get it easily, but this is from a new game, so I only have like 3 upgrades right now and none of them are towards the rampage, so I've got to try and do this quickly and accurately. So headshots are definitely going to help you. And luckily enough, the dart mode does make headshots very simple to get. But I'm out of sniper rifle ammo now, so I'm going to try and get the perfect breach on that guy, and he's going to commit suicide, and he is the last person left. Once he's dead, you want to push back towards the room you came in, you want to pick up the minigun, and then we're going to be going onto the roof. And this is the area where you're going to potentially lose the most points. So when I first played on hard, I did not breach these stupid fucking He-Man speeder bike guys. I didn't do it. I shot them with the minigun and I got rid of them that way because they can do a lot of damage to you, and sometimes it looks like you're going to die because the cover is not very good. The enemies are kind of random in the movements and it just doesn't seem very safe. But on the playthrough where I failed, I decided I'm going to have to breach as many of them as I can. So that's exactly what I do here. And I kill 1 of 2 of them to thin the numbers out, and then I start to breach them. And you'll notice the breach takes a long time with this enemy, so start breaching them, move back into cover, never ever stay out of cover when you're breaching them or they'll just shoot you. And later on when you're taking on the dropship, there's actually the opportunity to farm this enemy and get as many breaches as you'd like. The only problem is, the longer I did it, the more vulnerable I felt, because I actually got instant killed by the dropship, and I didn't even know it could do it. But I learned from that mistake. So These platforms on the top of the train that will give you cover, you will also have to breach them, so make sure you get a perfect breach as well to just keep boosting your statistics. And once again, these enemies will keep spawning. And just look at this, I'm getting railed, and I often wonder how you don't die sometimes, because they shoot you a lot, but somehow they must not do too much damage, because if they did, it would be game over. And a little tip as well, it doesn't matter how fast you push up the train and you bring up these covers, these enemies will still spawn. I thought they would keep spawning until I pulled all the cover up, because I fought a lot of them on my first playthrough, and when I came through to do the recording run, I ran all the way past, I did all these super quick, I was full on sprinting, and the enemies just kept on spawning, it just didn't matter. So the easiest technique I've got against these first batch of dudes is just to stay as far back as you can, use this cover, use your minigun to thin the numbers, and then breach the rest of them for maximum pointage. And just be careful, because I mean, look at me, I'm so close to dying here. Really close to death right there. And I'm hoping that your guys don't have any issue with this level, because I did, and it was frustrating, because this is one of those levels that it's fun the first few times, but after that, I don't like the minigun. I don't like the fact that when you're up against a piece of cover, he doesn't want to fire it, because he starts juggling it like a retard. I'm just not the biggest fan of this encounter, and shooting this dropship should have been fun, should have been epic, but instead, it takes 2 million bullets, and it's just boring. So, first thing you want to do, deactivate its gun, and then focus on shooting it. It's entirely up to you how much you shoot the dropship, because if you kill the dropship, it will end the level. Before that, you can use this time to get as many breaches on the flying dudes as you want. I get as many as I can, but I focus on killing the dropship, so I never go out of my way just to breach. It's always in aid of, you know, moving the level forward. Because that is the compromise that you have to make. You either go for a lot of breaches or you go for a really good time bonus, and on this level, you're never going to get a good time bonus, so it's just better to try for the breaches. And just look at the damage that this gun is not doing. I had to turn the vibration off on my pad because it was annoying me so much, this part. Really silly. And that attack there, when he flies above you on that parallel, it means he's going to drop those missiles. And what you want to do is you want to disarm as many as you can. I think I didn't disarm the one that was directly on me like an idiot, and that's why I took so much damage just then. So you want to move away from your camp spot and make sure none of those missiles are obscured from your view, because they do a lot of damage. And when the ship pulls back like that, you do not want to move out of cover, because that's where I got instant killed. And I don't know if it was the airship that did it, or if it was those little bastards, those speeder bike morons that did it. Somebody did it and I wasn't pleased. So just be really careful. It's just, it makes more sense, it's safer. And focus on getting the breaches, focus on delivering some damage. And this is the area where your accuracy statistic, for Christ's sake, silly tongue, get it out, is going to be affected the most, because you're using a minigun, it's not the most accurate, and there's a lot of like debris in the way, there's a lot of obstacles that will block your bullets, so you can either be super conservative with your shots to get a better accuracy rating, or you can just do what I do and shoot like an idiot, because you'll still get the score as long as you're diligent in all the other areas. It's just not going to be as easy. But as I mentioned, it's nowhere near as challenging as something out of a Call of Duty or something like a Killzone. It's just a little bit more finicky than everything else. Because the hardest level on this game is the last level, and you get the achievement for beating hard the level before the last level, which makes no fucking sense at all, and makes the last boss completely redundant. And the first time I fought the last bosses, they really kicked my ass. I did not know how to beat them. Once I figured out how to do it, and on my recording run, I absolutely shit on the chest in about 4 minutes, but on my first run through, it took me a good hour, and I was hoping it was going to be a really challenging fight, and it kind of was. And then when I got the achievement before it, I was, what's the point in even doing the fucking video? What's the point in even making that boss fight when no one in their right mind is going to even go near that level, because it's not ranked on difficulty? It's so stupid. But when the dropship starts setting on fire, it generally means he's in his last legs, so you want to just keep on neutralising his main gun, breaching as many of the speeder bike dudes as you can, and just hope you've done enough, because there's no reason for this CEO rank to be as high as it is. It just seems a bit finicky. A bit unnecessary. But it's the exact same pattern with the dropship. It pulls up at the side of you, then it flies off to that corner, then it goes directly above you, flies across, drops the missiles, and then it goes back to being at the side of you. It's just... And look at him, he's getting all magical with his bloody minigun, he's moving shoulders and stuff. I don't know why. It's just crazy. But shoot him some more, and once you're bored of shooting him, shoot him some more, because once again it's another tedious boss fight. But stay on top of the missiles, breach the dudes. There's really not too much that can be said. Aside from, I'm probably going to try and set up some Syndicate co-op lobbies with some subscribers, if anybody bought it. I know that one guy on my friends list got it, and because I want to play some, because when you play with randoms, it's all good and well, but you generally get a bunch of idiots. People that don't realise they're getting shot from the side. People that will not even notice the entire team is down and they're stood there focusing on a shield guy when you're supposed to breach him instead of shooting him. And just really dumb stuff. And if you don't get that, you get the one guy who's played the game like 200 hours longer than everybody else, and he runs off in front of everybody and he kills everything because he's got all the best upgrades. And that can be a bit of annoyance as well, because it's not really fair if you're going to hog all the kills. So I'm hoping if I can get some people, it'll be even more fun than it is, because it's really fun. It's just one thing I've noticed as well, if you're the host and you're any good with the gun and you're pretty accurate, you're going to get all the fucking kills, because people just can't compare to it. Your bullets just hit too quick. It's like, I've been in games where the guy on host has been neck and neck with me, and I've been balls to the wall, like full on kill whoring, being as deadly, and as I was on the ball, nailing dudes, and he was beating me, and there was no way he was beating me, but it was all down to the fact that I had latency and he didn't. But there is the milestone, the CEO rank, 414,000. I don't think you need it to be that high, but I think it needs to be like 400,000 plus, so just do whatever you can, and fingers crossed you'll nail it, because that is easily the most challenging one to do, and now that you've seen it done, you've got no excuse but to do it yourself. So, thanks for watching guys, and you take care now.